How's it going, everybody? ASMR Fanatic here, and tonight I will be reviewing Supercard of Honor 2023. So, without further ado, let's get started. And kicking things off on the 0 hour pre-show, we got Jeff Cobb versus Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. Why is he called Hot Sauce? I have no idea. This is my first time ever seeing Tracy Williams, but this is not my first time seeing Jeff Cobb, who I am a pretty big fan of. He's just always so fun to watch in the ring, and this match was just fine. Nothing spectacular or anything, but again, it's just always fun watching Jeff Cobb just do his thing. And speaking of him, I really hope that New Japan starts using him better, because he hasn't really done much of anything this past year or so. The G1 Climax is coming up soon, so, fingers crossed. And next up, we got my boy Konosuke Takeshita versus Willie Mack. And this was a pretty damn good match. These two went out there and they had a pretty stiff match, actually. They were flying all over the place, too. Really good stuff here. And I haven't seen much of Willie Mack, but he really impressed me. He did a lot of moves that I didn't think he was capable of doing, so and Konosuke Takeshita I've always been a fan of ever since he arrived in AEW, so good match, really good match. And after that, we got Willow Nightingale versus Miranda Alize. And this was an okay match, nothing special or anything. But the thing that I most enjoyed about this match was seeing Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman dancing to Willow's theme. They were just commentating, just, getting down to the beat of her theme. Just great stuff. Really good stuff. Like I said, an okay match. And I really do think that Willow should be the women's champion sooner rather than later. She's really, really good. And I do hope she keeps getting used on Dynamite more going forward. So, And for the final match of the 0 hour pre-show, we got Stu Grayson versus Slim J, who has a very, very stupid name. He reminded me of Slaymaster J from the WWE, if you guys remember him from back in the day. This was pretty much just a showcase match for Stu Grayson, who made his return recently to AEW, which I was very happy to see, by the way. I always thought he was very talented in the ring and very underrated as well. Very glad to see him back. And kicking things off on the main card for the AAA Mega Championship, we got El Hijo del Vikingo versus Commander. This was one of the best pay-per-view opening matches I have ever seen in my life. Wow, this was a blast to watch. Oh my gosh. If you did not see this match, please stop this video and go watch it right now. I have no words. The stuff these two did in this match was not human. I just don't know. I'm at a loss for words. And Vikingo, he's my age, 25. That really puts me to shame. I mean, I could be doing this stuff, but never. These two killed it. Like I said, please go out and watch this match if you haven't yet. It is amazing. I loved it. I love Lucha Libre wrestling, and I was gonna say my favorite spot in this match, but there were just so many. I mean, I liked everything from beginning to end. Just amazing. Wow. And next up for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag titles, we got the MSC taking on AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik. I almost said Grand Metalik, but I caught myself. But this was a good match. I enjoyed it. Not the greatest or anything. There were a few awkward moments here and there, mainly from Brian Cage, who I am a fan of, but he did not look good in this match at all. But someone who did look good in this match was AR Fox, who I haven't seen much of. I know he's been on a couple of Dynamites these past few months, but I don't really watch that much Dynamite anymore. I mean, the AEW product has just gone downhill for me. But yeah, he was very good in this match, and so was Blake Christian. So yeah, like I said, good match. And for the Ring of Honor Women's title, we got Athena versus Yuka Sakazaki. And this was another good match. Now going into this, I wasn't that excited to watch it, simply being because I'm not the biggest Athena fan anymore. I used to be back in NXT when she was Ember Moon, but her main roster call-up along with her going to AEW ruined her for me. So yeah, but I do like Yuka Sakazaki though. Sakazaki. I think I butchered her last name there. Shame on me because I'm actually studying Japanese, but yeah, my bad. But yeah, she's really good, and she's fun to watch in the ring too, so yeah. And next up for the Ring of Honor World TV title, we got Samoa Joe taking on Mark Briscoe. And as expected, this was great. I love this match. Very back and forth, very intense at times. But I was very, very shocked to see Samoa Joe retain. I could have sworn that Mark was going to win, especially with his family in the crowd, but yeah, it just wasn't meant to be on this night. But I do think that he will get that title sooner rather than later. So yeah, I am looking forward to a rematch if they do have one, because yeah, these two can go and they have good chemistry too. So yeah, fingers crossed that happens. And then we got Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Daniel Garcia. Now, before I get my thoughts on this match, I do want to make one thing clear. And this might give me some heat, but I don't care. I'm just being honest. I am not a Hiroshi Tanahashi fan. Now, don't get me wrong, I do respect the guy. I respect everything he's done for New Japan and wrestling in general. But yeah, I just think he's a bit boring. His moveset is bland. I don't like his theme. Go Ace, go Ace. But yeah, I've tried to like the guy. I have New Japan World, and I've gone back and watched some of his matches. I will admit, he did have some really good matches against Okada and Shinsuke, but that's about it, really. So yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan of his, and I am definitely not a fan of Daniel Garcia. I think the guy is boring as hell. But yeah, the match itself, I thought was just okay, whatever. But I am glad that Hiroshi Tanahashi won in the end. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I'd rather see him win than Daniel Boring Garcia, so yeah. And next we had the Reach for the Sky ladder match for the vacant Ring of Honor tag team titles. And we had the following participants: The Kingdom, Aussie Open, Top Flight, Lucha Bros, and Jalisco and Roosh. Wow, this was a perfect train wreck. Yeah, that's the best way to describe this match. Just bodies everywhere in the end. Gosh. The number one spot that pops into my mind was when Penta delivered a Canadian Destroyer to Dante Martin off of a ladder bridge in the ring onto a stacked table or tables on the outside. Man, I was holding my breath the entire time when they were, setting up that. Gosh, I don't know how they do it, but they did do it. So yeah, huge props to them, and the Lucha Bros ended up winning the match. I kind of thought they were, but I didn't. I thought, the Kingdom or Top Flight were going to win, but yeah, the Lucha Bros won. And I've always been a fan of theirs, so yeah, I'm happy. And yeah, if you did not see this match, definitely go out of your way to watch it. It is a beautiful train wreck. And after that, we got for the Ring of Honor Pure title, Wheeler Yuta versus Katsuyori Shibata. Finally, Shibata is champion once again. It was awesome seeing him on this card tonight. This was the last minute card edition too. I think the match was just announced yesterday, I believe. So yeah, this was a treat, especially for me, because I'm a pretty big Shibata fan. Ever since I saw his match with Okada, I've been hooked on the guy ever since. So yeah, and I did ask my friend, who is a huge New Japan fanatic, when was the last time he held a title, and he said since 2016 he has not held one, which yeah, I couldn't believe, but I'm so happy for Shibata. He deserves it. And yeah, the match itself, it was pretty good. Very technical based. It did get better towards the end. But yeah, I'm just so happy to see Shibata as champion once again. And in the main event for the Ring of Honor World title, we got Claudio Castagnoli taking on Eddie Kingston. And this was a really, really good match. I will admit that the first half, it was pretty good. But the second half is where things really picked up. Man, those last 3 minutes, I really thought Eddie had the win there, but he didn't. He fell short, but he put up a hell of a fight. I never knew that these two had a feud going on all these years. Yeah, this was the first time I ever seen them fight against each other, and yeah, they fought well. A few botches here and there, but man, this was a fight. Very back and forth, very brutal in some spots, especially that gut wrench suplex from Claudio to Eddie onto the floor from the ring apron. Gosh, brutal. But yeah, once again, a really good match to close out the show. And that will do it for my review of Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor 2023. And overall, this was a very enjoyable show. From beginning to end, I had a fun time. And it went by really quick too, I noticed. Unlike WWE shows. But yeah, again, this was a very good show. Match of the night, it's gotta be the opener. Vikingo versus Commander. They just went out there and effing killed it. So yeah. Now, will this show be better than WrestleMania? I don't know. Maybe for me, yeah, because I enjoy this style of wrestling better than WWE's, but we'll see. I'm recording this in real time, and it is 6 a.m. in the morning, so yeah. Today is WrestleMania, so yeah, I will find out soon enough if WrestleMania will be better than this show, but yeah, I don't know about that. But anyways, that will do it for this video. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what you guys thought about Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor 2023. And yeah, this has been the ASMR Fanatic signing out.